Hey guys, what's up? And welcome back to my channel. I'm B. James and I am super excited that you guys are here today. So as you can see by the title, this video is going to be about my 5 points about how to get started on YouTube. Now, as a pre-disclaimer, this is not going to be about the algorithm. It's not going to be about your CPM. It's not going to be about how to get more subscribers. This video is for those who are really looking to get started on YouTube and don't know where to start, or there's just some roadblocks, because I guarantee you some of the same roadblocks that I faced, you're definitely facing. So I hope that this video will be informative and that it will give you the tools and the steps to practically go on ahead and get started with your first YouTube video. With that being said, let's go on ahead and get started. My first tip is tools. In my experience, not having the tools was an excuse not to get it done, whether it had been the correct camera that I wanted, or the lighting package that I wanted, or whatever it was. I always fell back on the fact that I didn't have the tools to get started. I didn't have the software for editing. I didn't, you know what I mean? It was just always those excuses. So my first tip to you to getting started on YouTube is to get a small list of attainable tools and things that you need to go on ahead and get your first video going. Not about your entire channel, because you do want to forecast your channel and see what things you want your channel to be about and see what you want to flow, but this is really about getting that first step done, getting that first video done. And if you have the tools, once you get the idea and you get the concept of where you want to go with it, you have the tools. So you can't say, well, I've got the idea, but I don't have this, I don't have that. You already have it in the bag. All you have to do is start executing. So that's my first tip. My second tip is find out what you want your channel to be. So now that you have your tools, now that you know you're going to need a camera, you're going to need the editing software, whatever it may be, you know what I mean? And you don't have to get the high dollar, most expensive thing. Like I'm recording on my cell phone, you know what I mean? If you can't find the lighting, get in front of a window where the lighting, hits you at the right point in the day. Whatever you have to do, get it lined up, because once you get your idea and you visualize what you want your first video to be, now you have the tools to fall back on, like I said, and we can go on ahead and start executing. So once you visualize what you want your first video to be, like I said, you're going to forecast your channel. You're going to see what kind of content that you want to do. You know what I mean? Do your research, see what's trending, see what's very popular, see what's informative, see what things interest you, something that you can add value. You know what I mean? As Gary Vee always says, if your thing is Smurfs, you know what I mean? Smurf it up, you know what I mean? Do your research on Smurfs and begin to, talk about Smurfs. Find out what you want your channel to be, or where you can add value, because where you add value, people are more receptive to what you are presenting to them. Is having faith. Now listen, I'm not here to preach to you. I am a born-again believer. I believe in Jesus Christ is my Savior, God, and the Holy Spirit. With that being said, when I say faith, I mean having faith in yourself. Having that belief system in you that no matter what, you know what you want and you know how to get it. So you have to go out there and get it. But you have to take a step of faith. You have to take a leap of faith. Otherwise, you will never go anywhere. So my third tip is to have that faith in you, because if you don't believe in you and you're trying to convince other people to, it's not going to go over well. So have that faith in yourself that this is what you want, and have that faith that you can achieve the life that you desire for yourself. My fourth tip is the freedom to try. Now that sounds a bit hippy-dippy and a little bit wishy-washy, but it seriously did help me, because these are the tips that I use to break down and get to where I am today, which is actually having a YouTube channel with videos on it. So the fourth tip is the freedom to try, giving yourself the freedom and the ability to say, okay, I'm gonna create this content, I'm gonna create this content, I'm gonna create this content, and I'm not gonna be worried about how many views I get. I'm not gonna be worried about how many likes I get. I'm not gonna be worried about how many subscribers I get. These first few videos, it's not about that. You can pay attention to that. That's definitely stuff that you have to learn as this process goes. But when you are just getting started, it can be a little bit overwhelming. And the best way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time. And sometimes we get so caught up in, I don't have 20 million subscribers, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have, all of these different things, when really what you do have is yourself. You are the only you that this world has, and that is what you have to bring to the table. So you have to allow yourself the freedom to try. So I'm telling you to write this down, make a mental note that when you're doing this, give yourself a 2 to 6 week period of just trial and error. Every job that I know of gives their employees at least a minimum of 2 to 6 weeks of training. They don't expect you to just hop in here and know everything about everything that they do. That's why they give you the 2 to 6 week training period. And I'm asking that you would give yourself that 2 to 6 week training period so that you can begin to get into the flow, get comfortable on camera, or whatever it is that you are going to be bringing to the platform. But you have to allow yourself the freedom to succeed, the freedom to fail, the freedom to learn, but you have to allow yourself that freedom to try. And my 5th and final tip is release. This seems like it is, duh, but it is one of the most vital steps in this entire process. Because if you never release what you create, then you may as well not create anything at all. Because you are creating it so that you can release it, and so that you aren't just a consumer of content, but you are a producer of content, and that's what you desire to be. You desire to be a creator, and a part of the creation process is releasing what you created. So a part of that freedom to try is that freedom to release it, because if you hold on to it, you'll never be able to receive what's coming to you. You know what I mean? If you have a tight fist and you're holding on to whatever it is that you created because you're nervous or you're shy or you don't believe in yourself, which you should have already taken care of in those past steps. But if you don't release it, then nothing can get into your hand. No new ideas can get into your hand. No new money can get into your hand. These are the things that I'm talking about. So you have to take that final step of faith and release it, let it go, get it off of your brain, get it off of your head. And for example, Adele, she wasn't gonna release her first bit of music. Her friend actually released it for her, and she became one of the most recognized top #1 singer artists in the world. So I say that to say, allow yourself the ability to release what you create. Otherwise, you may as well not create anything at all. And that's not why you're watching this video. That's not what you were created for. You were created to be a creator. So allow yourself to create and release. And with that, that is my 5th tip. I hope I didn't go too fast. And if I did, I'm just gonna do a quick overview of, the tips that I gave, the points that I gave. So the first one was tools. Get a small set of attainable tools that you can use to get yourself to your first video. Find out what you want your video to be on. Find out what your first video you want it to be on, and that you can grow from there, but you at least have to get your first video plotted out. Third, have faith in yourself, because if you don't have faith in yourself, how can we have faith in you and believe that you're gonna come back and bring us new content every week or every day, or that it's even gonna be good? You have to believe in yourself and believe in your talent and get yourself to a place of confidence that you are able to portray to the world. Freedom to try. That is the freedom to allow yourself to succeed. That is the freedom to allow yourself to fail. That is the freedom to allow yourself to learn. But you have to give yourself that freedom to put yourself out there. And my 5th and final tip was to release what you create. You can't hold on to something and expect something else to get into your hand. Whether it's opportunity, idea, money, whatever it may be, if you are holding on to what you created, because you're nervous or scared or fearful, then you will never be able to open up your hand and receive what is coming to you. So I hope that this video was helpful. If you guys like this content, give me a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to stay updated on everything that's coming at you from this channel, go on ahead and hit that bell notification icon. And I also want to hear all about what you guys are, what your first video is going to be about. So if you already have an idea of what you want your first video to be about, leave me some comments below. I would love to read it and engage with you guys and see what your first video was. My first video was a review reaction video. It wasn't planned or anything, but it just came out that way, and it really worked, and I'm super excited that I was able to do it and make that first step. So from one person to another, from one creator to another, I encourage you guys, take a leap of faith and build the life that you desire. I'll see you guys in the next video.